Parthasarathy, one of India's leading diplomats and former High Commissioner to Pakistan. Ambassador Parthasarathy, I'd like to begin with you. Just want a perspective on it. We have a lot of leaders landing now. There's a lot of, this is going to be the big global story next 48 hours. What, in your view, can be the big takeaway from this event beyond, the ceremonial aspect of it? It can't just be a ritual of all the leaders coming to New Delhi for 2 days. It's got to be more than that. What can that be?
I think, look, as far as I'm concerned, the major achievement I see is that G20 was looked on by the rest of the world, especially the developing countries, as an organization of the rich. There was never really a serious attempt to look at most crucial problems, especially climate change, from the point of view of poor developing countries. And it's really, especially in Africa, made people very despondent as to what is this world order all about. These 20 guys, most of whom very rich, get together and don't look at our problems. So I think what we have looked at this time is that basically on climate change. It doesn't matter if you're the United States or if you're Somalia. Climate change is going to hit you both. And therefore, this is the first step, as I see it, for a unified approach for a better world in the future. Of course, there have been other discussions about the World Bank, international funding institutions, credits, how we find developmental finance. Fine. So I think that is most important. Of course, it's been clouded by the Sino-Russia-American rivalry, or not just over Ukraine, but in general. But India wants to be a part at looking at this in positive terms. And looking at it in positive terms, there are two issues you can't forget: environment and development. It's going to afflict us all. And I think what has happened, I'm very pleased. One only hopes that this is followed up with expanding international monetary organizations like the World Bank, the Asian Development Bank, so that we move together as one humanity. Not just the rich guys saying that I shall deliver on what financial policies will be, on what budget deficits will be. Let's sit together as human beings and get a good organization, and bringing in such high importance to both climate change and developing countries. I'm glad African Union has been admitted. I think what India has done is not a narrow service for itself or for its neighborhood, but taking into account the needs also of the developed world. We are bringing in large people who were left out of this, any substantial activity of the G20, into a focus primarily starting with climate change.